If you love wine and you love to entertain, you might be feeling stressed because you think you can't afford to buy good wines these days.
Not so. Diana Hammond calls herself the wine goddess, and she's going to teach us how to find good, cheap wine. Welcome. Nice to see you back here.
It's good to be back. It's always good to be
Now,
here.
every year you do a cheap wines list, not to say
Cheap
not
and good.
cheap and good, but
Cheap
this year,
and good, registered
Yep.
trademark.
Exactly. But this year it's even more important, so we can get good wines for good prices.
It is particularly poignant and apropos this year of all years. What I find amidst the ubiquitous gloom and doom financially that's out there, the savvy wine consumer has two major things going for it. Number one, wine is still usually cheaper than therapy.
Okay.
And number two, you absolutely don't need to be rich to enjoy fine wine on a regular basis. You just need to know how to choose wisely. So what I've done here, I have.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything,
Let's start.
right?
Where should we begin?
Let's start right over here. All of these were pilfered from my cheap wines list of this year. We're going to start with this sparkler over here. This is the Reginado Blanc de Blanc, and it is from Mendoza, Argentina. It is a very little-known fact that Argentina is cranking out some beautiful sparkling wines that has thus far flown well under the wine radar. This guy will cost you about $13, $13 and some change, and it's just absolutely delightful, absolutely
Mm-hmm.
ebullient. It'll put that proverbial rosy glow on your cheeks in no time flat.
$13. Okay.
For a fine sparkling wine. I mean,
Very
that's
nice.
kind of unheard of.
Okay.
This one I'd love to tell you about. Spain. Yeah. My husband, bless his cotton socks, he feigns that he doesn't know about wine, but he does. And I'll send him to the market and say, get dinner and a bottle of wine, and he turns white as a sheet and starts to tremble,
I would be afraid too if I
right?
had to bring you wine.
But I say, let's, make it easy on yourself. Spain, anything Spanish, between
It's going to be
$9
good.
and $15. It is tough
Oh,
to
that's a
find
good- that's a good
a sucker
rule.
in the bunch.
Yeah.
So this one is the Berganza Albarino is the grape. And if there was a more perfect porch sippin' wine, porch pounders, as we call them, I have yet to find it. Just really luscious and peachy and, absolutely delightful.
So if you're going to a party, you want to bring a bottle of wine, that's a safe
good
bet.
one.
Spain.
It is as safe as they get in the world of wine,
Very good.
right?
Okay, next.
Next one, Italy, and more Italy. Did I mention Italy? Right? Lest we forget, they have been making quality wine in Italy since God was a boy. They have figured it out. So this one hails from Sicily. Sicilian wines are very, very hot right now. Gorgeous label. I mean, look at that beautiful label. This one is comprised of the Nero d'Avola grape. And what I love about this, especially for the summer months up ahead here, is it's lighter than your typical massive, Cabernet or Merlot. So also good for the back deck. Good for, speaking to your neighbors over the hedges, right?
Now, in the time we have left, all right, you have 5 really good tips about how to learn about how to find good, cheap wine, right? Let's go through them fast.
Okay. Numero uno, of course, check the website, winegoddess.com, for my cheap and good wine list.
Help us out.
Number 2, get to know your local wine merchant. This cannot be stressed enough. I always say, your lawyer, your preacher, your local wine guy. Have them on speed dial. That's what they're there for. Let them work for you.
You're saying take a wine class too, just so you feel more comfortable
Take a wine
about
class.
it.
I teach all the wine classes at the Chopping Block Cooking Schools, and we actually offer a class called Cheap and Good Wines. I mean, it doesn't get more pointed than that.
And go taste.
And we can do that at home
Absolutely.
ourselves by doing a tasting group with wines under $15, or we can check back to the ever-changing Cheap and Good Wine list, which is yours. We want to thank you for coming in and giving us some advice.
Always my pleasure.
Good tips.
Thank you so
Good to
much.
have
A reminder
Thank
to learn
you.
more about how to enjoy great tasting wine and finding it cheap. You can go to our website, apc7chicago.com. We'll have all the information about Diana.